and welcome to today's episode of This Fat Girl Life. I am your host, Kimberly, the one and only, and today I am being joined by the fabulous Bunny Divine. And we are going to talk about a different form of self care and how that really relates to your self worth. But before we get into that, you guys, if you appreciate the content that I'm bringing to you, if you want to help support what I do, go over to buymeacoffee.com/, this fat girl life. Now, that is where you are going to find all things this fat girl life. You're going to find information about my different podcasts. You are going to find information about my online merchandise that I have available, both digital downloads and like tangible merchandise that I personally have cross stitched that is available for sale. You are also going to see there, though, you can get all that stuff, the information and the links to buy that, all that's free. But if you decide to purchase a membership, it's $5 a month. That is cheaper than Starbucks, you guys. And as a member, you are going to get separate content that is not available to the general public. It is just for members. So definitely, if you're thinking about supporting me, go over to buymeacoffee.com/, this fat girl life. You guys supporting me is what allows me to do what I do. Bunny, I want to thank you so much for being here with me today. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Of course, we have matching nails.
Oh, yes, true.
I literally just got these done. So that see, we
They
were
look
in
great.
sync. Well, before we jump into everything, why don't you tell everybody just a little bit about yourself?
Hello everybody. I'm Bunny Divine and I'm a burlesque teacher, studio owner, performer, and just a big cheerleader with a mission to bring fun and joy back into women's lives through burlesque.
I love that. And just in case anybody doesn't understand the concept, explain what burlesque is, please.
So, burlesque is an art form more than anything, where you have the chance to express yourself and mostly through striptease and being sexy, exploring your sensuality, and just really taking back that power of this is my body and I will do what feels good to me in front of everybody.
And I love the way that you worded that is this is my body and I will do what feels good to me. You guys, this season we are talking about self-care. So, the importance of self-care, what self-care is, and it looks different for every person.
Yes.
For me, the ultimate self-care for me, take me to a salon or spa, put me in a pedicure chair and get my nails done. That to me is relaxing and self care. A
Mhm.
massage with my husband. That for me is self care, but it looks different for every person and for every body.
Yes.
So let's talk about how this works as self care and how it works for different bodies.
Yes. First thing is everybody is a burlesque body. So, burlesque is really for everyone. And basically, as it's an art form more than a dance style, it's all about what you want to do and what stories you want to tell. So, most of the women that come to me, we actually have all genders, but mostly it's women that come to me, they have a story. Probably, and most commonly, it's about something that they had to overcome in their lives. So it's all about like phoenix and feeling powered and having overcome obstacles or even really mean things that had happened to them, and they want to tell that story on stage. And we do that through being empowered to own that story and tell it in our own terms. So yeah, facts are these, this happened, and I want to show it in a beautiful way and kind of make peace with my own story and own it. So it serves me and it made me more powerful than I ever was, and it's all about that story. So really it could be any kind. So I actually have students from like a size 2 to a size 22 or more. It doesn't matter, you're all welcome, all genders are welcome on stage. All heights are welcome on stage. I have tiny, tiny people. I have really tall people. It really doesn't matter. It's all about the story and you owning yourself and the story of everything that happened to you and telling that story through yourself and through your moves and through how it feels good to you, you know?
So I
And
absolutely love that. I mean, this is not only something, if somebody is wanting to do something physical, there is that aspect, but it's also mental care that
yes.
you are creating.
Yes, 100%. So, one thing that I really like to do is I work with both sides. So, I have my regular like dance courses, I teach you some moves, I teach you how to peel off a glove, and then you can choose what feels best for you. But also, I work with mindset. So I actually have my girls create their vision boards and think about the things that they want to tell through the stories they want to tell on stage, work on confidence. And then we do like small tasks. Okay, so next week in class, you're going to be in the front row. And they're like, okay, I'll take the challenge. So little by little, we work on this little things that we use to like limit ourselves with to bring like confidence and what they tell me usually, especially because they find a place where it's safe for them to just be sensual and explore their femininity, is that they feel better at doing everything else in their lives. And they say, we wear so many hats out of the school. I'm a mother, I'm a daughter, I'm a wife, I'm a I don't know, a businesswoman, etc. And when I come to the school, I'm just a woman. And I can just explore my body, feeling good, feeling beautiful. And we learn that there is nothing wrong with that, regardless of what other people might say. It's all about what I love seeing.
I love that. Oh my God, I absolutely love that. And, I don't think people realize like truly what goes into it. Because, I mean, obviously, there is a movie out. It's an
Mhm.
older movie called Burlesque,
Yes.
with Cher and Christina Aguilera. Is is what you see portrayed in that movie accurate to burlesque dancing?
Partially. So there is actually one difference that not many people know, which is the difference between showgirl and burlesque. So in showgirling, we do mostly what you see in the movie. So it's like Las Vegas showgirl, always smiley and all picture perfect, like in magazines.
Mm-hmm.
And burlesque is a bit more underground. We are like more rebel. So we have all kinds of things. So many people don't know that. They always love to hear that. So I'll share with you. You can actually explore whatever you want. So we have Shreklesque, which is actually Shrek inspired burlesque.
Oh my God.
We have horror-lesque. So if you want to go all gothic and horror or even gorelesque, you can do that. And then you can do fairy. So you can do draglesque. You can do any kind of thing you really want. So it's definitely more underground than the movie makes it look like.
I love that. Now, do you offer this online as well?
Yes, actually, yes. So I just started about like 2 months ago. I started with Patreon because my mission is really to be able to reach everybody out there, not only the people that happen to live nearby. So I'm like, I see so much transformation with the women around me. And I'm like, it's just, I want to reach that woman who might feel alone in a small city, in a small town that has no offer for her, but she has
Mhm.
internet. And I'm like, technology is beautiful. Why not use it? So I started just now, and I have tiers, for all things. So I have from a tier that's like $1 a month, which is literally come join with me in a conversation. And we all talk about our experiences, like an open seat to everybody who is in or wants to know more about burlesque. Two, people who can have one-to-ones with me, and then we work together on confidence. How can I get confident enough to go on stage? And I always tell people, if you can actually go on stage and get naked in front of strangers, you can do anything else in life.
Oh, yeah. I 100% will agree with that. If you got the confidence to stand naked, you got it all.
Yes.
I totally love this. And I apologize, my dogs are in the background.
No problem. My cat is right here too.
I have min pins, and I swear a tree will fall in Africa and my dogs bark about it. So, what really inspired you to start down this path of burlesque dancing?
I think mostly it was about first seeing that past, like younger me that wish someone like I am today could have helped her. So what I offer today is definitely what I wish I had received before. So I remember, so I'm actually in Switzerland. So it's a country that I really love. It's beautiful, and I remember that here it's where I found out who I really am. I started with pole dance, in fact, and I don't know, I just felt really awkward all the time. I just didn't have the confidence. And I was like, okay, let's do it. But yeah, I still wasn't as confident as I am today. And then my teacher was also a burlesque teacher. And she invited me, like, do you want to try a trial lesson, because I just saw the girls getting changed, like, into corsets. And I was like, wow, what is this? And then I came to try a lesson, and it was all about watching myself in the mirror. That was the first lesson. And I always tell all my girls, first thing that I have for you, your first homework is to get a full body mirror because it's all about what you love. I will help you, I will guide you, I will show you 100 poses, and you pick the ones that you love because nothing else matters. And it was all about that, learning to walk towards the mirror, watching myself. So I learned to see myself with, I don't know, probably kinder eyes. I was like, well, maybe I can't walk as well as she can, but look at me. Actually, I'm cute. So it was little by little discovering like how to love myself through that. And I just felt, and also because it's not so squared like ballet, like if you don't have a certain body type, you can't do some moves in ballet. In burlesque, there is no such a thing. You don't even have to dance, in fact. You can have a full choreography in which you are doing whatever you want to do. It doesn't require any dancing. It's all about you empowering yourself. So I was like, okay, I want to do that. I want to do that for other women. I want to do that for other people because I just think the world is a better place if everybody feels better, right?
So it's not only something that, able bodies can do, but
No.
even disabled bodies can do
Yes,
this.
yes, everybody. We even have a show, by the way, this weekend coming up, which is called Burlesque. And the whole cast is all for people who are not able to do everything. We have people, everything in wheelchairs. We have people coming from different walks of life or people with different disabilities. It doesn't matter. It's for everybody. Everybody is a burlesque body.
I love this. Oh my God, I love this. And like, I have so many wheels going on in my head right now because I'm in the process of starting to plan monthly events
Hmm.
where it is a safe space online, for judgment free,
Yes.
for women to come in and have that moment of, just whatever. And so for February, we're doing a Galentine's dance party. Just come and dance. I don't care if you are doing the old 80s white girl dance. My husband and I were doing that last night talking about the movie Footloose.
Uh-huh.
Or if you can dance and dance well, do it. I
Hmm.
don't. I'd share it. But I'm wanting to create these safe spaces. So just talking to you about this is giving me like so many more ideas of
Hmm.
things that I want to be able to create. So I may be reaching out to you with one
Cool.
of those ideas.
Hmm.
Um, because yeah, I think I need to work with you. I think I need to create a workshop with you because we've got to. This has to be more well known because you said you are in Switzerland. Here in the states, I know there's a lot of burlesque things. Um, we've had where I live. I know there's been some. There's not a whole lot that I personally am aware of. Where I am moving to, because right now we're pre-recording this episode in January. I'm looking at relocating in the next 3 to 6 months to
Uh-huh.
wonderful, fabulous Las Vegas. And I know
Ooh.
there's tons of burlesque in Las
Yes.
Vegas. And I'm just so excited for it because it's something that I've wanted to see. I've wanted to go to a burlesque show and I've never had the opportunity. So this is just like getting my wheels spinning.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
So, what is your best piece of advice for somebody who is thinking they might want to try this out?
Oh, wow. Oh, that's a great question. So, actually, two things I'd like to say. First is if you're still going to your first show, I actually recommend that you experience the whole range of what burlesque can be. It's because you have like from Dita Von Teese, which is like, okay, so she has like costume made with thousands of Swarovski stones. And then, of course, she has that whole figure, that she puts up a show, and that's her thing. Two very experimental underground shows where everyday people come and they actually, they went to work that day. They leave work a little earlier so that they can come and produce their show. They made their own costumes by hand in the little free time they had. And they are just showing their creativity and bringing that to you. And this is the whole range of what burlesque can offer. So if you have the chance, go for all of them because all of this is burlesque. And if you want to try, which I definitely recommend to everybody, actually online is really good because if you're not comfortable sometimes going to a school, to a place where you don't know people, online, what I do, for example, I offer there is a class in which we take off a scarf and we do that online, and you can turn off your camera or you can turn it off actually if you want. So you can show or you can hide. It's up to you from your own room. And in fact, my experience is everybody wants to show because we feel so good in the safe space where we are all doing something that is like oh, can I do that or can I not? Oh, actually, I like doing it, and then everybody's like, yes. And this energy exchange is so good. And in fact, you are taking off a scarf, but it's so powerful. It's not about like, okay, I have to get naked. I get this question many times. Do I have to get naked? It's like, no, if you want to, go for it. We're gonna love it.
Mm.
But if not, you're gonna take off a single glove and we're gonna go crazy.
I love this. So I have one final question for you
Yeah.
because I have so loved this conversation. And oh, why is it playing music? Um.
For the final question.
Okay, so we had a technical difficulty there. Apologize, but hey, throwing in a little rhythm for you. Final question: what is your word for this year?
Delight. Because this is definitely, and also it's something that I always tell people, and it's the one thing that if you take care of, and if anyone takes care of that, especially us as leaders, people who reach other people, take care of, everybody else is taken care of. So I always tell my students, and I always tell everybody, follow the delight. If something doesn't feel good, don't do it. If you're stripping, that's what I tell the girls. And you're like, no, actually, I want to stop. Then stop. If it feels good, keep going. It's totally up to you. And this empowerment of allowing yourself to go for what feels good, sometimes it's so, I don't know, badly seen, like, oh, she does that because it's fun, it's pleasure, it's not work. It's like, no, I don't need that. I can do everything just because it's fun. So delight.
I love that. I absolutely love that, and I love the explanation that you gave going with it. If it doesn't feel good, if it is bringing up red flags all over your brain, then stop.
Yes.
My biggest thing for this year for myself has been removing toxicity. If it is not benefiting me, if it is not bringing me joy, if
Yes.
all it does is make me feel conscientious of myself or uneasy or whatever, bye. It's
Yes.
gone. So I love that that is your word is
Yeah.
delight because that is so important.
Mhm.
Well, you guys, I want to thank you all so much for being with us today. Make sure to go to Bunny's Patreon. Where can they find that?
So it's on Patreon and it's called Burlesque with Bunny.
Okay, you guys, Burlesque with Bunny. I
Thank
am
you.
going to put the link for that in the show notes. So if you could send that to me, I will make sure it is included in the show notes.
Thank you so much.
Um, you guys definitely go over there, check her out, support what she's doing. Please go to buymeacoffee.com/, this fat girl life. Support what I'm doing. As creators, as visionaries, our goal, it ultimately is to inspire, to encourage, and to empower. Those
Yeah.
are my missions. And I think that, Bunny, you share those same missions.
Yes. 100%.
So you guys definitely, go to the Patreon, go to the Buy Me a Coffee, show some love. Every little bit helps. It helps allow us to do what brings us joy, and that is making you more comfortable in your skin
Yeah.
and just reminding you that you are loved. You
Yes.
guys, thank you again so much for being here. Make sure to check out Big Beautiful Badasses because Bunny's going to be on there as well. And we're going to talk about plus size burlesque on Big Beautiful Badasses. So you want to make sure that you are going to that buymeacoffee.com so that you know when that is going to be released. Y'all, thank you so much for being here. Much love, and I
Thank
will see you
you.
next time.
Bye. Thank you.